So we'll do one more quick pass to see what happens. There's our cube to show that we started with the FPS starter content for posterity. So we mentioned before we can turn off we can turn on cloaking so they won't follow us around and kill us, because oops, I'm already dead. By not paying attention, it makes it a little more challenging if you're getting killed, but also makes it more challenging if they're actually following you. So we'll cloak ourselves. So here's one of the calderas with the beacon already set up. Those are decorative platforms not used at the moment. There's another caldera. So your job is to prevent them from setting these beacons up when they find lava anywhere or create a caldera, because they attract other ones and that makes the pool fill up, and then they lay their eggs and spawn, and then you have another pool that starts making more knobs. And in order to make it easier for you, your weapon that leaves debris lingering around, you can kill things with a direct hit, which you have to do for the beacon, but your projectile leaves debris which lingers a bit and then kills the actual knobs themselves if they encounter the debris. So it acts as both a direct damage and a area of effect weapon. So there's a caldera over there, and there's one over here that they just created. So every time you, at least in this mini game or in an encounter, everything's always different, because you never know where they're going to go or wander around and where they're going to spawn and if they'll find one. So when they spawn a caldera at the moment, they die. So other ones have to come and find this caldera in order to make a beacon and summon their friends, which could be changed. Also at the moment, the husks that are left, which are those right there, are attractive to them, so it'll lure them over, which we may want to change. So there's a new one up there on the hill, which at the moment they just kind of spontaneously appear, and we're not restricting where they appear. So they can be up on a hill, they can be down below. So the job, if you encounter a landscape already overwhelmed, like there, we destroyed that beacon, there's not enough, so that pool shrank. This one down here is going to get bigger because you can see them running over to worship, as it were, the beacon. And then this pool is filling up because they're all running over for the beacon. And then when that pool fills up, then when we implement adults, it'll be the adults. But right now it's spontaneous, so then eggs are laid and they hatch, and this becomes a source for more of them. So while we're gabbing, that pool filled up, and then when it's full, all the ones that were working on that beacon are dispersed, and then the pool starts making more. So over there at that pool, they've managed to find that little bit of lava again, and they've made a new beacon, and that one's going to fill up like this one. So your player job is to make sure all the pools are all empty, and eventually there's no end game at the moment. You're fighting forever unless you can kill every single one. So this pool's filling up again because we've been ignoring it. So we want to destroy their beacon. So down here, that pool's drained quite a bit. But if they reestablish a beacon again, which they have somewhere, I think, then there it is. It'll refill. So so there's our area of effect working, which helps. So you actually have some chance of winning, especially as a solo player. So at the moment we have both existing pools like those, which always recur and are hand placed and can get you started. And then we also have, there's more of the cooling detritus. So you can see here, this pool just filled up. So all those grubs are all leaving because they were all under the lava, nurturing the beacon. And then when the pool fills up, their job is done. So they all come out in a big rush. And there's lots of those temporary placeholder white blobs for the cooling material.